Dogs are called team dogs. They provide the power, and the final ones are called wheel dogs, and they actually, with a sled, help turn it by providing power either whichever way the sled is supposed to go to get us around trees. So it looks like I'm about ready to go. I'm going to take off, but as soon as I'm going, I'm going to be rushing on the other side of this lake over here, so I'll give you a call on the radio and let you know how it's going. All right.
We'll pull the trigger, give the hike command to get them started. You see them lean into their harnesses. They pick up speed, and Dave is gone. Now, he's doing a U-turn right now around the veterinary barn. So the next place that we'll see him is in between the two cabins, going from right to left. You can see him there now, also on your monitors. Each of the dogs taking the pace of the leader. And every other dog in the dog yard saying, "Pick me, I want to go." But you know, every single dog here at Trailbreaker Kennel, they get training and exercise daily. That's how they live long and they're healthy. If you take a look on your monitors right now, you can see a film clip from last year of a training run. Now, because they get training and exercise daily, as I said, they live long and are healthy. Susan Butcher's great lead dog, Granite, lived to be 17 and a half years old. And ran 41,000 miles in his career. The next place we'll see Dave is right across the water, coming out of those tall spruce trees.
Here we are, we're coming out of the trees on the far side of the lake, and these dogs are flying. They're probably going 20 miles an hour, which is remarkable when you consider the four-wheel and I weigh over 600 pounds, and these guys are pulling us along effortlessly. And that's because the older dogs are learning and have learned. I mean, the younger dogs are learning from the older dogs. Oh, we had a squirrel running by. They went right by, didn't care a bit. And they've learned from the older dogs that, you know, they have to pace themselves, because if you're out in a race, you know, you have to get there, and it takes equality.
Could probably go out. It looks like it's frozen here in winter time. So yeah.
Did you all hear him give that ha command? So he doesn't have any lines or wings or bits in their teeth that kind of steer him that way and tell him where to go. He's got to do it all with his voice, and that's why it's so important to have a good leader out in front. So what he'll do to command them is he'll say ha for left, G for right, hike, all right, to get them started, and then to stop them, you say whoa, but you kind of just pray at that point because they don't like that command too much. We should be seeing him come across the lake once again, coming out of the tall spruce trees on the far side soon.
Well, here we are, we're headed home, and this is my favorite part of the run, because I don't have to say a thing. The dogs sense that the finish line is coming up. They're pouring it on. Each dog is doing their job properly, and nobody's going to catch us now. We're going to come through that finish line first. Tell you more when I get back.
Dave Monson, he's actually a winner of the Yukon Quest. Some people say that the Yukon Quest is a little even more difficult than the Iditarod at times. Another one of those very long endurance runs. Now, he'll be coming out in between the two cabins, going from left to right. And in the meantime, I can't help but notice that the boat is kind of leaning to the left a little bit here. I'm sure if you had a cup of coffee, the liquid would be going a little ways away. But you know, I want to let you all know that our dog time here isn't over yet. That a trainer from Trailbreaker Kennel will be meeting us at the dog yard at the Chena Village. You can get right up and close to these animals, pet them if they come up to you, take as many pictures as you'd like, and ask the dog once you're there all the questions that you have. The next place we'll see Dave is right in front of the veterinary barn. I hope that whoa command works. He's been going pretty fast this morning.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Nicely done, Dave.
Well, thank you very much. That was a lot of fun. But these are the guys that really deserve the praise, because they do the hard work. So after every run, as you can see, every dog gets a pat on the head. And then, as you can see, everybody loves to play, just like I do.
Out of track practice and into the pool.
That's right.
Dave, I let our guests know that our dog time isn't over yet. And that our trainer from Trailbreaker Kennel will be meeting us over at the dog yard at the Chena Village, and they're pretty excited about it. But I was wondering about another way that our guests could remember this experience by, and I was hoping that you could share about the book that your wife wrote.
Well, absolutely. You know, it's about Granite. He's a little puppy that was born in a kennel that nobody had any faith in. He had knock knees. You know, he didn't seem to be going very fast, but Susan had faith in him, and those two worked so hard together. I remember watching them, that eventually he became the greatest lead dog in history. So if any of you would like me to personalize a copy to either yourselves, children, grandchildren, or maybe even the library, it'd be my privilege to do it.
Well, we so look forward to that, Dave. And thank you so much for sharing with us your backyard.
Well, thank you so much for dropping by. It's a beautiful day, and we will see you downstream.
That's like he pretty much owned all the dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Are these 20, 30 dogs?
Over that.
You think so?
Yeah. There's about like 20 something dogs over there. You think there's about 4 or 5 rows. It's probably about 50.
Well, that's fun, isn't it? Getting to see those dogs do what they love to do. You know, as Dave mentioned, a little dog was born at the kennel quite a few years ago. Just the runt of his litter. All of Susan's friends took a look at him and said, you should probably give that one away as a pet. But, you know, she didn't. And take a look on your monitor. We'll show you that same dog that everyone was talking about